Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Microsoft Flight Simulator. And today, after much debate on the AIG Traffic video that I did last night, I had decided to do a comparison between the Aerosoft Simple Traffic tool and AIG. I purchased this morning just for this purpose and just for you guys. So let's find out how the two compare. If you are interested in acquiring any of my Overkills tutorial guides for Microsoft Flight Simulator, please consider joining me on Patreon. Patreon subscribers level tier 2 and above have access to all of my guides, as well as any future updates and future guides that will be coming down the road. Link to Patreon can be found in the description below. Alright, so as I said, last night after AIG's video that I did, I got a lot of mixed comments back. People saying, well, I prefer the easy installation that Aerosoft Simple Traffic has. I think I'll just stick with Aerosoft Simple Traffic, blah, blah. And so I decided, and that's not a knock on you guys. I decided, all right, well, let's put this one to bed. I haven't tried this one yet. So I got up this morning, I purchased this, and today we're going to compare the two. So first we're going to run through we already did the installation. We're going to run through what the configuration steps are. And then see what it's like in action, do a review of it, get our opinions of it, and then I'm going to load AIG back in now and see what the difference is. Now, it's important to remember, this comes out to about $15 US. AIG is free. And then there's a few other things that I'm going to show you guys about Aerosoft's tool here that you may find aren't better for a payware. So, let's get right into it. First thing, according to the documentation that is provided by Aerosoft, you make sure you go to General Options, go to your Traffic menu. AI online or offline, can be either one. They recommend a density between 35 and 50, anything after that, and they start having routing issues. Ground vehicle density should be set to 0, and use generic plane models for AI traffic and multiplayer should be on. Right there, they've lost my attention. Like I don't like that, but let's check it out. It is like we didn't get Microsoft Flight Simulator to use the generic models, but let's just we'll give it its due weight here. So I'm going to select a departure point. We're over here at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, same place we started out yesterday with the AIG video. We're going to hit fly and check it out. All right, so here we are. First thing I want to show you guys right off the bat is I want to make sure that you take a good look at our Flybywire A320. Okay, now obviously it's a fly-by-wire, but again, free aircraft, so I don't know why you wouldn't use it. Gorgeous, right? We all know it's beautiful. Forgive the poor camera work here. It's gorgeous. Texture looks great. Liveries look fantastic. Nice straight lines. Everything looks great, right? Now, looking at Sky Harbor Airport, looks pretty good. Really does. It's populated. Seems to be pretty common aircraft. You got American Airlines, Southwest. There's a Delta over there. I think I saw Frontier a minute ago. Did I see Frontier? I thought I saw Frontier. Oh, there's United. All right, but let's go down and take a look at a couple of these. First off, notice, guys, that they're all the same plane. Every single one of them, same plane. Next, look at the textures. Look at the livery right off the bat. Oh, hi. There we go. Faded, washed out, old, dirty textures. I can't tell if that's supposed to be a 737. No, it's got to be an A320. It doesn't have the flat bottom nacelle. Aircraft looks like a lawn dart. So, not a fan of the textures, but I said that before we even got in. But now, let's just sort of watch what happens with the taxi and the pushbacks. See what that's like. Very fast, very rapid. No spool up. And we just, boom, all of a sudden, boom, they're ready to go. Let's do this. Which is fine, honestly. I can get past that part. Now, I will tell you, if you do turn up the traffic density, it gets insane. I have tested that, and you'll have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 aircraft all backing out at the same time, colliding with each other, the works. So I will tell you, make sure that you set the settings. Here's even the documentation, shows what the settings have to be. Okay. And here's where they tell you right here. At higher settings, we have some routing problems. Okay, so far, it's okay. You know, not bad. But we're not done yet. So the next thing that we're going to be watching for are the approaches. So I'm going to see if I can't get my eyes on any yet. All right, so we can see the arrivals are starting to come in. There's one over there. There's one over here. So we got 2 out over here. Departures are still taxing out. But let's see what these guys are doing here, because this is the part that catches my attention every time. Anybody see a problem with this particular approach pattern? I mean, they do that all the time. I mean, I'm sure, you know, buzzing the tower in a A320 or 777. So, and I'm not trying to be an ass. I know that was kind of a crappy comment, but there's a purpose to that. This is a payware. And you guys know how I feel about payware. For anyone who's been watching my channel. If you're going to charge money, if you are going to charge money for a product, you'd better make sure it's good. And you'd better, I guess more importantly, you better make sure there isn't something free that does what you do better. Because that's where the problem comes into play. You know, that's where I've had a problem with certain of the aircraft developers from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is if you're going to charge money and, you know, there are free products that do what you do better and cleaner and nicer and more effectively, that's when I start having an issue. And I have purchased Aerosoft products again since I started playing X-Plane 11. You know, this is the first time I have been completely disappointed in an Aerosoft product. It's like you guys saw that. I mean, that 4G maneuver there over the building tops, 2x2 formation. That's right. Let's come in like fighters. And the simulator set up the way that they were told to. This is Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. It is the default scenery. This is not an add-on scenery. It is default. So, you know, I got nothing for here. So let's go ahead and just call this what it is. I'm an automatic vote down on this one. This is definitely, I'm glad I purchased it for you guys. I hope you guys find value in this part. I will absolutely be uninstalling this and never installing it again. All right, my friends. So, ooh, squeaky. So now we're going to take a quick look over at AIG again. I'm going to make this pretty short and sweet, but I am going to tell you guys, I'm going to do another video on the installation for AIG. I was still a little unfamiliar with it, but now that I understand it further, it's actually, seriously, it's a hell of a lot simpler than we think it is. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get moving here. So first off, you can see the aircraft significantly better, absolutely significantly better. You can see like that is a genuine 737 right there. You can tell by the nacelle just from the side of it. Got a CRJ over here. Got our A320 over there, another A320 on the taxi there. Now, the one thing that I have yet to see, honestly, when monitoring this is inbound traffic. But one of the cool parts that you can do with this particular software is you can come over here to the map and you can sort of see it for yourself. So it's a departure, got an aircraft out here, got an aircraft out here. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot coming in yet. So it's definitely one of those things you have to watch. You really do. You got to watch. And it just sort of takes time. And I think as you fly is where that immersion will increase. You know, you're going to be, by the time you're getting into, for example, if we were to fly somewhere like LAX, or you know what, let's get crazy. Let's do something real quick here. I don't want to take up too much more of you guys' time with this. I just wanted you guys to get the comparison. And I can tell you right now, AIG, the textures of the aircraft are the same textures that we fly with. They're significantly better, much nicer. There's much more variance in the aircraft and the liveries that are used according to real world. But let's come on over here to JFK and let's park our airplane somewhere around here. And hit set departure and fly. Now, one of the things I want you guys to be aware of real quick, if I can do stop crashing the application, I did change the settings, I will admittedly say. And actually, I'm going to take this back up to about 70%. At 100%, I did notice similar behavior with the taxi of the aircraft where they were sort of traffic jamming, right? So I did reduce that. All right. And I may have to go back to the AI manager and reduce the maximum percentage as well. So we'll see. I mean, it's just something you have to play with. What I like most about this software is obviously it's free. It's free and it's diverse. It uses the really nice graphics. I mean, it just has much better options. Now it's going to lag like crazy for a minute, I guarantee it. Oh, that jetway's in a really weird spot, and so is our airplane. Holy Lord. I'm thinking I parked at a jumbo location and not where I should have. So I can tell you right now, this is my fault. But let's see what we got here. I mean, that looks like a 777 right there. Either 777 or 787, maybe the Dreamliner. American Airlines. Now, also remember, I don't have many liveries installed. I pulled it way back last night because of some of the... it takes a long time to install the liveries. It does. So we're probably not going to see what we're used to seeing. Okay, we're not going to see a whole ton of traffic here yet. But look at, like right there, we got a 747 sitting there looking absolutely gorgeous. Let me get this drone camera under control. I hate that it's so slow by default. Like, and no matter what you set it to, next time you load it, it's just crap. All right, so let's tool around JFK here for a minute. And again, this is going to be based on the aircraft liveries that are currently associated here. We even have a FedEx aircraft right there. We have, gosh, what is that? It's a big plane. That doesn't look like, it ain't no A320. Looks like maybe another Boeing. 777 or 787 again. Looking for its markings. Ooh, come on. I guess they don't have it here. Forgive the camera speed. It's going to be crazy when I'm down low like this, but it makes it easier when I'm up here. So we got some traffic going on here. And you know what? Let me make sure it's actually injecting. Let me hit that inject button. Okay, yeah, it is. It is. I just have it reduced. And again, we're pretty limited on the number of liveries that we use. But here we go. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now things are getting more interesting. Got some JetBlue aircraft over here. Okay, that's a glitch. You got a bug going there. Okay, got two aircraft on top of each other. But again, beta version. I can live with things like that. Okay, still more JetBlue over here. Let's keep cruising. Keep cruising. What do we got over here? Anything? Another American Airlines. More JetBlue. I don't see anything moving yet. I don't see any aircraft that are on the move or on the taxi. I am kind of curious the nature of how this operates. Now, here's the cool part. The other thing I like about... Let's do this. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to hit first save settings, see if that changes anything. I don't think it will. I'm just going to close it. And then boom, it removes it right away. So if you start having a problem with it, you can just kill it. But we're going to go back in. I'm going to launch it one more time with the map open. Because technically I went back to the main menu and reloaded the app. I don't know how it performs with that. So I'm going to see if we get different results. I mean, obviously we're not going to be going back to the main menu once we get up in the air. It's going to be a constant. Oh, I launched the wrong one. Oh, crap. Hang on. Okay, cool. I was able to terminate it. All right, now I'm launching the right one. I'm going to give it a second, and I'll come back to you guys. But, I mean, it's loading pretty quick. All right, so we're back now. And so I'm going to come back over here to settings, and I'm going to hit inject. It looks like that bug with the two airplanes stacked on top of each other got resolved with that. hear an aircraft spinning up, but I don't see it. Oh, I don't know what he's doing. I'm going to try bringing the time down a little bit. It's pretty late. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Look at that one. What's this guy? Cool. Okay, so it's things like this that make all the difference to me, in my opinion. So, I'm not going to sit here running this much longer. I'm sure if we sat here and went through a full power up and a full startup, we'd see traffic moving. We'd be able to watch things come in and happen. Oh, there's an aircraft on the taxi right there. Let me see if we've got anything on the approach on the map. Bunch of aircraft up and about. So I think if we were just sit here and hang out for a minute. We'd see some aircrafts being brought in. Now like I said, I want to do a second video on AIG Traffic installer. Now that I have a better understanding of how it works, because I don't think it's near as complicated as I made it sound. I was rewatching some of that video after seeing some of you guys' comments, and the way that I presented it, I think made it seem more complicated than it actually is. But I absolutely prefer it over Aerosoft. The diversity in the aircraft, again, the textures that are used with the aircraft, the scenery, the way that the AI is handled seems to be much smoother. The customization options, even downloading the liveries and the flight plans, yeah, not gonna lie, it sucks. It's a long process, but it's not hard. It's just tedious. It just takes time. I saw one comment about someone feeling like they needed to get their a science degree, and no, not at all. It is, and that's why I'm concerned that I made my video seem much more complicated than what it actually is. So I'm going to be doing a second one as well as some further tips and tricks on how to use it, how to refine it a little bit further. And so sit tight, guys, and be on the lookout for that one. I'm going to try to have that one out tonight as well. Anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I am curious to hear what you guys' opinions are down in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe button. It really does help me out quite a bit. And as always, stay safe and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one.